How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to do a little bit of Werewolf Tribal in Historic Brawl. First, though, I'm going to show you what a real werewolf looks like. I have one living right here on my desk at the moment. Here we see the werewolf living in its natural habitat. Oh, so sleepy. Alright, this is my Bark at the Moon deck. This is Werewolves. Continue our Brawl-o-ween series of decks that are focused around the horror movie monster theme. This is the green and red werewolf deck, led by Tovolar Dire Overlord. If you don't know what he does, for one, a red and a green, you get a human werewolf 3/3 that says whenever a wolf or a werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night and then transform any number of human werewolves you control. So the day-night cycle, during the day you're on the human side, and at night it flips over into the werewolf side of the card. And if you don't know how day and night works, if you play no spells or if your opponent plays no spells, it becomes night. And if somebody plays 2 or more spells in a turn cycle, it flips back over to day. And then on his backside, he's a 4/4 legendary werewolf, the Midnight Scourge, that says whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage, draw a card, just like his other side. But then he has a built-in version of the Kessig Wolf Run land, X red green, target wolf or werewolf you control gets +X/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. Now, with that said, even if you just have the red and the green open, you can just give a random creature trample for red and green. That's actually very effective at times. Never forget about that. And then I have the deck broke out into segments, how I usually do. First category, of course, is protection spells, just things to keep things alive long enough to do your damage and win the game. Heroic Intervention, protect everything, make it indestructible. Wild Shape, Hexproof, indestructible. And Snakeskin Veil, same thing. Hexproof, make it +1/+1. We have the land fetch / ramp category, if you want to call it. We have Into the North, and I have a couple of each of the snowlands in there to fetch with this. We have Arcane Signet, Heart, Mindstone, which is pretty much in every deck that I build. Cultivate, Harrow, and Roiling Regrowth, because they're pretty much the same thing all over the place. You just go fetch up lands with them. And then the Celestis is here because it can control the day-night cycle, which is what you really got to do in this deck, is you got to be able to control you got to keep it in the night cycle, because that's when the werewolves become their most powerful. Otherwise, they're just kind of mediocre creatures. And then I have a removal category. Not as hefty as I usually like to have in here, because red-green is just not that heavy in removal. But we have Burn Down the House, Storm's Wrath, just for your board sweeps, and we have Ram Through and Rabid Bite, just to do direct damage and smash stuff. You can combine Tovolar's ability to give something trample with the Ram Through to punch extra damage over the finish line if you need. And then these next 2 categories are wolves, or things that make them, and werewolves. So in the wolf category, we have Arlen, Voice of the Pack. Each creature you control, it's a wolf or a werewolf, comes in with a counter on it, and it can -2 to make more wolves. They come out as 3/3s. We also have Arlen, the Pack's Hope. She creates wolves on her -3, and then she can also +1 to give your next card that you cast a +1/+1 counter on her day-bound side, and on her night-bound side, where she turns into a werewolf, you can either +2 to add a red and a green to your mana pool, or until the end of the turn, she becomes a 5/5 indestructible trample hasty werewolf that can just come in and smash your opponent in the teeth. Nightpack Ambusher. Since we're trying to not play spells and trying to keep it on the night side, this works out really well for getting tokens off of it, and just doing instant speed stuff on your opponent's turn to try to get extra wolves on the board. Cerulf's Packmate. Usually you foretell this. It's just a 3/3 wolf that draws you a card when it enters the battlefield. Lupine Harbingers. This is an alchemy card. For 3 and a green, trample haste 4/4, and for every turn that you leave it in the foretell zone, it gets a +1/+1 counter on it when it enters the battlefield. So then you can just, foretell it back out for 6 and slam. You're going to have like an 8/8 trample haste, 9/9 trample haste, just bashing face. Blood Rage Alpha, another alchemy card. When it enters the battlefield, another wolf or werewolf you control you can force it to fight their stuff, or the next one you cast can be used to fight something as well. Cemetery Prowler. You exile stuff from their graveyard, and then the spells that you've that whatever shares a type with what you exile gets cheaper with the Prowler. Primal Adversary, you can animate your lands into 3/3 wolf creatures with haste, and do alpha striking with that. Ranger class creates a wolf and then puts counters on things when they attack if you level it up. Packsong Pup, if you control another wolf or a werewolf, you can put a counter on this at the beginning of combat, and when it dies, you gain life equal to its power. You can shoot your opponents in the face equal to the number of wolves you control and werewolves you control, which is pretty good here. Tenacious Pup, when it enters, you gain a life, and then the next creature that you cast enters with a +1/+1 counter and a trample and a vigilance counter on it. Pack Leader, for 2, it's a 2/1 for 1. It comes in with a counter if you already have something with 4 mana value on the board, or whenever you cast something with 4 or greater, it gets a counter on top of itself as well. And then Kessig Wolf Rider, one of the newer cards that doesn't see a lot of play. It's got a 1/2 for Menace, and then you have a 3 and a red activation. Exile 3 cards from your graveyard, create a 3/2 wolf token creature. And then we have the actual werewolves of the deck, which is funny because there's actually almost the same amount of wolves in here. I got Rahilda, Outland Liberator, which is really good because there's just a lot of targets for this thing to blow up. Pack Leader is always good. Kessig Naturalist gives you a little bit of mana in the long run. And this is just one of our filler type werewolves. Stormseeker is good as always. Hound Tamer, if you have counters on your stuff, they get trample. Weaver Blossoms is just a mana dork. Brigand can give all your creatures +2/+0 on its Nightbound side, which is pretty decent. Ravager, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can blast your opponent for 1 or 2, depending on if it's day or night. And this card will win games because if he's dealt damage on the Daybound side, he'll deal damage to one thing. But if he's on Nightbound side, all your creatures deal damage if they're dealt damage. So your opponents are going to be left with a choice of damnations at this point. They can either take the damage of whatever's coming through and probably die, or they can block and still probably die. Hellpack Piper makes it so you can free cast some of the bigger werewolves, and if you play a werewolf or a werewolf, you can untap her, and you can do it again if you have the open mana. That's Daybound. Nightbound side, you get, when it comes into play, you get to look at the top 6 and reveal a creature card from among them and put it in your hand. And then we got Child of the Pack, which is kind of it's a limited all-star, but here I just like it because it can create tokens on one side, and then it turns into Werewolf with Trample and gives all the other creatures +1/+0, so it's kind of a semi-lord in the deck as well. Village Reavers is also kind of a semi-lord. If it's on the Daybound side, it itself has haste, but on the Nightbound side, it gives all of your wolves and werewolves haste. Volatile Arsonist, he's got Menace and Haste, and he'll deal 1 damage to a creature, 1 damage to a planeswalker, and up to 1 target player. And if he's on the Nightbound side, he deals 2 to each of those targets and becomes a 5/5 instead. And then this thing's just a backbreaker. Avabruck Caretaker for 4 and 2 green. You get a 4/4 human werewolf with hexproof, so they can't kill it unless they board wipe. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2 counters on another creature you control. But if it's nighttime, it still has the hexproof. All of your other stuff also has hexproof and puts 2 counters on all of your stuff. So it's a stacking lord effect that just keeps growing and growing and growing until they're just dead. If they don't remove it, they're dead. That's just the flat end of it. And then Tovalar's Huntmaster for 4 green, you get a 6/6 human werewolf. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 wolf creature tokens, and when it attacks on its backside as a werewolf, you get the 2 as well. And then you can pay 2 green and force fight another wolf or werewolf into somebody's stuff. It's kind of like almost an upped version of Grave Titan, which makes zombies when it comes into play and attacks. But in this case, it's wolves, and it also has the bonus force fight on the backside. And then just to kind of round out our werewolf forces, we have some changelings in here because there's actually not a ton of werewolves in the game right now. So right now we have Universal Automaton, Guardian Gladewalker, Masked Vandal, Bloodline Pretender, and Faceless Agent. They're all changelings that you can use in order to kind of fill out the curve a little bit and get your werewolf tribal synergies or your wolf tribal synergies, depending on what you got most of out on the board. And then Masswick Nexus creates a bunch of changes, which are both things, and it turns all your stuff into a werewolf or a werewolf. So it's good here. And then we have what I call synergy with the wolves. We got Into the Night, 3 in a red, discard any number of cards and draw that many cards, and then you can force it to become nighttime, which is really good at times. Wolf Strike, it's a fight card. Well, it's actually not a fight card. It's a bite card that deals damage equal to a power, and it pumps if it's nighttime. I put it over here because it's a nighttime enabled card, but it could go in removal. Howling Moon, this is surprisingly good. At the beginning of your upkeep, for 2 and a green, you have an enchantment that says target wolf or werewolf you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn, and whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, you get a 2/2 green wolf creature token. So like your 2/2s become 4/4s, which is pretty good. But if your opponent is going to sit there and get greedy on their turn and just chain spells, you get bonus tokens out of it as well. And this works really well if you have something that gives trample. Moonranger Slash, it's a 3 damage for 3 mana. Unless it's nighttime, then it's Lightning Bolt. 3 damage for 1. And then Unnatural Moonrise for 1 and a green. It becomes night, so you can force it to be night. A target creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. The +1/+0 and the card draw is just the gravy. This is mostly here just to make it be nighttime when you need it to be. If Tovolar is down because they keep killing him, or you don't have enough stuff to make him force them over, this will do it for you. And then I gotta scroll this over because I broke this out wide. The last basic card column here is just things that I put in here because either they're A, good, or B, they're kind of on theme. Like we have Storm the Festival. It's good, but it also is an on theme card because of the art with the werewolves. And you just go get free stuff out of your deck. Hunter's Insight, same thing. Wolf art, it's synergistic here as well because if they deal damage, you draw cards. And that's the only reason it's here. Rhythm of the Wild is just really good. Your stuff can't be countered if you come up against a counterspell deck, and you can give stuff haste at will. And then Cabaret Revels, I mean, what's to be said? This thing is just busted as all hell. Alchemy card for red, green. Enchantment, whenever you cast a creature spell, the deck will seek out a creature card with lesser mana value and slam it onto the battlefield. So it's just a good card. And then we have our mana category of, basic mountains, basic forests. I have some snow-covered lands in here, a couple of each just so we can use into the north as a ramp spell. Our usual duels that go in here: Crag Crown, Kerplusion Forest, Rockfell Vale, Rootbound Crag, Stomping Ground, Temple of Abandon, Wooded Ridgeline. We have Fabled Passage to go fetch stuff, and then we have Riveteer's Overlook, because you can go get either a forest or a mountain out of your deck. And I just realized I do not have a command tower in here. That should be in here somewhere. Probably dock one of the basic lands for it. But with that said, let's get into the gameplay, see what happens, and I'll talk to you afterwards. Lae'zel, Githyanki Warrior. Set up as black-white. Okay. I'm kind of ambivalent. It's not great. That's better. I gotta remember what Ascendant Pack Leader really does. 4 or greater, that's what it asks for. Okay. Well, for now, it's just gonna be a Savannah Lions. Oligarchy. Alright. Tovolar. Yeah, I'm sure he'd let that die, no problem. So, not gonna give him the option. Three or more wolves and or werewolves. I think Arlen's coming into play here. I was like, what does he got? Something's holding everything up.
You want to fight me and my
let's go and create wolves.
Run wild.
Nope.
Run free.
Alright. Go ahead and +1 this.
We'll catch them by surprise.
And we'll pass the turn. Ethereal Absolution. Alright. You leave my commander, or my planeswalker, I should say, alone. We need something to die and go to the graveyard. So I can Mask Vandal that Ethereal Absolution. I should have done that first, but end turn, I don't want to actually cast anything until the Hell Pack. Or Hell Pack, Night Pack.
Back to the woods.
I didn't think about that in advance. I should have just used it for mana. That was a mistake. He's got a 3/5 double striker, so I can't do anything with that. But how does this work? You may exile a creature from your graveyard. Okay. Someone's gonna have to buy one or bite one for the team here, I think. It's fine. I got what I wanted out of that. Alright, let's see here. Yes, go ahead and drop this down too. Ouch. That hurt. Well, I guess I'm going to have to Storm's Wrath and just blow this board into the ground because, jeez. I'm getting completely overrun here. No sense in taking the damage. Kindly go away. Yeah, I'm gonna get lit up by Blood Artists, but whatever. Now that's a kick. 3 creates a 3/2. If I cast him, still don't have enough. That's Caretaker. I mean, I really didn't have a better play right there, so. Tovalar. Another target creature control. Probably Tovalar. At this point, I can exile 3 cards to make a wolf. I mean, the juggling is impressive. It's just also very freaking annoying. Let's go get a forest, I think. And let's go ahead and activate this. Exile this, and that. I have options. Yes, I do. Yeah, I just think I gotta go for the face. I'm going to activate, let's see, he's going to take 5, 10. Shit. 24, 23. I'm going to pay 2 on Tovalar. And then I'm going to activate him again on... I'm going to do 2 more on her. Bye-bye. So good. Never underestimate that Keswick Wolf run ability. Go-Shintai of Life's Origin. Let's see if this one scoops on me. I had one scoop on me just a few minutes ago. No. Better. Let's lead off with the green, I think. Let's get the day-night cycle going. Because if they don't do anything but play a land, okay. I might break that, I'm not sure. I'm gonna let the trap breaker flip. Binding, huh? Eyeball it all you want. We'll go get a red and a green. There we go. My turn. Yeah, go away. And let's go ahead and get her up.
Witness the wrath of our pack. This is yours.
So now when I play stuff, it comes in bigger. Isn't that fun? Such a lousy planeswalker, but it actually works really well here. It's ironic. Frenzied Trapbreaker is so good against this deck because they're all about their enchantments. It's like, this is an enchantment creature.
Go, my children. Fight.
Rabbit Bite is a sorcery. Burn down the house. Don't care. I'm going to go ahead and play Tovolar. And I'm going to use Tovolar to Rabbit Bite the Go-Shintai. Now, I'm probably going to get board wiped here, but, you know. Oh, well, I got protection for something, at least. I think it behooves me to keep that Outland Liberator alive. They might just scoop here, I'm not sure, though. It's back. Dipsy dipsy. Yeah. I just wanted to look at this. Tovolar swings with everybody else. Trapbreaker destroys Go-Shintai. He blocks that. That's 6. I pay and pump and he dies. So, yeah, he was dead either way. Astor, Bearer of Blades. Okay, I have not seen him yet as a commander. So I have to assume it's either equipment or vehicles, which I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Sure. We'll keep that. Let's go Mind Stone. That's the one we pay into. Let's see here. Let's go Hound Tamer. Get the day-night thing going. Okay. No attacks, huh? Yes, I am sure. Resolve. No need to let that thing get out of control. There's one thing about this deck that I don't like is the damage-based removal is kind of lacking. Ouch. I don't have a second mana to use that with. It's annoying. Alright, Tovalar and Wolf Raider it is then. Burn is okay. I would like to have my Frenzied Trap Breaker to smack that Weatherlight out of the air. I don't know if that's gonna help, but alright, that's better. There's burn down the house. You know what? Screw it. Here comes the house. Oh, you're gonna take it. Okay, well, guess what? I'm going to burn the house down. Because your board scares the shit out of me. To be blunt. The bad part is that animates it, so I'm stuck dealing with it regardless. What the hell is that thing do? Oh. Ouch. Yeah, I think I'm on a one-turn clock right now. Oh god. Yeah. We did, because we didn't draw anything to kill that with. Unless, well... Let's see if we get a Frenzied Trap Breaker off the top. Nope. Tinybones, Trinket Thief. Alright, this is going to be a discard-a-palooza. This is an okay hand to start with. Depending on how heavy I get hit with the discard anyways. Face. The question becomes, what is he going to do? He's ranting. Let's do the Crag. I'm going to go ahead and get Ranger class down. Because I think I just need to core on, because every time I've never just kind of just sat back, I don't have a hand, and I just get butt stomped by this particular commander. Alright, that is probably a Poison the Cup or a Turgid's Fright, is my guess. Let's do... No, we'll do red. And let's counters on creatures. So... Let's do this. Let's play the Mind Stone. And then we'll actually level up. And I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. And I'll put the counter here. Like I said, we gotta pour on the pressure, or he's just gonna get ahead of us, because he's now set up to start just making me discard like crazy. Now, if that's a Sheoldred's Fright, I'm in deep crap. Do this on the green side, and let's see, 3-2. I don't have any way of removing it. At this point, I think it's just Tovalar. And I think... Let's go ahead and put this guy out. I'll put a counter on this wolf. And I just think it's time to go swing skis. If he wants to kill the Ascendant Pack Leader with his hireling, I have no problem with that. I'll take 2 cards. Against a discard deck? Thank you. There's rank. He makes me sacrifice something the Glade Walker can go. Okay, discards a card. Woo. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and we'll just dump off the automaton. I don't need it. I was thinking he was gonna make me sacrifice something, but he must really value his stuff. Got 4 mana though. Alright, going after Tovolar, which is fine. Let's play this. I don't want adversary is one thing, but it's like whatever. The other ability on this is I don't need that. I just need to keep pouring on the pain. I think we do devil tokens. He's gonna block probably the 4/3 to kill it with the Grim Hire. I'm gonna make him have to block. I'm not gonna keep screwing with this. Oh, I forgot about the counterpart. Yeah, we'll just make it too big to kill. Unless he gang blocks it. Completely forgot about that CMC for a greater ability. Oh, there's the gang block. Yeah, this can die. He didn't really have many options there. I mean, I guess he could have blocked the 4/4 and the 5/4, lost both creatures, and then I'd still have my other one, but... I think he's at the I'm screwed phase. Yeah, those devil tokens just made it impossible because if he either blocks and dies or doesn't block and dies. Either way. Rivaz of the Claw. I have not played against this commander yet, and I have not played it either. So... This hand is very top-heavy, though. I have no early plays at all. So I'm not keeping it. Okay, that's a hell of a lot better hand. I haven't been changing my wolf. I need to get the one that looks like the werewolf. There it is. Alright, let's go with this. I have that one selected as the pet, but the stupid game defaults it back to the rarest level, or one of the rare level ones. Alright, let's see. Let's do Signet, just because it makes color. There's Rivaz. So we're likely going to see a big fat dragon next turn. I don't know what to do here. Let's do the Mind Stone, and then I can do... Let's do the Outland Liberator, because at least then, if anything else, I can sacrifice it to kill the orb if I need to. He's got 6 mana. He can pretty much cast 7 mana. Almost any dragon he wants. definitely can has just about any dragon units. It's fine. My turn. Alright. We got forests all day long. Let's go ahead and get Huntmaster down, because I can. Nope, don't need to attack. I love this guy because he's basically an analog of Grave Titan. It's just so good. It just doesn't do zombies, it does wolves. You pitch. Your lands. Okay. We definitely don't need mana right now. Oh darn, I don't have any non-basic lands out. What a pity. Is there a reason you're swinging with the 2/2? I sense a trap. I don't know why. But I don't like it. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and drop. Let's drop Tovalar. And I'm gonna go ahead and swing with not her. Just these three. More cards, please. Oh, hey, it's a ram through. That's fun. Let's go ahead. He really wants that Town Razor Tyrant. Is there anything in the graveyards that matters? No, he would just make me discard 2 cards if I trash Junji. I think that's probably the smart play though. Is just to kill Junji. Because there's nothing he can get back that's worth a damn. So he's gonna make me discard cards. And I can just chuck the lands. And I still have mana available for that Outland Liberator. Well, that makes me want to just blow that straight to hell. But the Liberator is going to flip this turn, so... What to do with this little pile of fun? I think it's worth swinging wide out and killing that one. Next. Let's see how much he pays attention to Tovalar. Oh, oops. I guess he figured it out. I was going to just make him trample over whatever he was going to block with. Sheoldred. Oh, hell. This is going to suck. But, whatever. Talk about a horror movie. This is about as real as it gets. We're gonna have a Sheoldred down next turn. I'm gonna have to into the north to get a green. Here she comes. Oh really? I am shocked. I'm going to cultivate. cultivate it, because I think the best play I can do right now is just get a bunch of mana down and try to build up like a fast board. Okay. He'll probably take the pack leader, that's my guess. Dump that one since he's seen it. Let's do the Raconteur. And I'm not doing that one. He's probably looking at that like, what the hell is that card? Because nobody ever fucking plays it. It's one of those cards that it's just like, okay, whatever. Decent and limited and everything else is just like, whatever. Play Sheoldred? Prophet? I mean, especially since you just tutored, I mean, I can't imagine you didn't go get the one card combo. Because all you need then is 1 mana, and I think you win, right? It's night time. That's surprising. Well, I mean, he let it go to the graveyard. Never mind. It's not surprising how it works. Okay. Cast Peer into the Abyss, I lose? I mean, that's what I'm looking for here. It's what I would have tutored for. My brain is like, what? What do I do with this? I remember backside, whenever it enters, you can look at the top 6, put a creature in the order. I think what I want... I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to flip this. I'm going to swing. Okay, that's what I got off of it. That's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and play the Howlpack paper. And get... Stormseeker? Is that... I think that's the play. I don't think it's Rahilda. It's Yawgmoth. Alright. Not even I built my freaking Sheoldred deck to include this busted as hell shit. Good lord. This should be fucking banned. I'm sorry, if it's too strong for regular commander, it's too strong for this. As long as it is attached to a creature, you don't lose the game for having 0 less life. Whenever equipped creature attacks, draw a card, reveal it. Creature gets XX, and moves X life, where X is the mana value. Equipped discard. Okay. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. Drop the land. I guess at this point it's create blockers and
Leave my territory.
stuff to do.
Or I'll remove you myself. Please protect my pack.
Let's see, there's the 2/4. Or I could just use Hellpack Piper to put a card on the graveyard and do the alpha. I'm just trying to think if there's a way to, like, do anything worth a snot, but I don't know. Another wolf fights, next wolf fights. I think I'm just gonna do this. I'll put him down. He'll come in as a 5/5. When I cast my next spell, they're gonna fight. And then no attacks. Because if he doesn't leave the mana up to use the negative ability on Yawgmoth, I can actually play not Storms, Tovalar. It'll get a counter and he can fight Yawgmoth and kill it. Never mind, I'm dead. So, bye-bye. Honestly, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know what took him so long. He had 2 tutors. All he had to do was tutor for the freaking kill. He could have killed me like 4 turns ago. Judith the Scourge Diva. Okay. This might be a little more my speed. I've been getting first slivered and Judith the Unifier to death the last 2 games straight. And they were not fun games. So no, I'm not putting them in the video. Yeah, we'll keep this. Play that tap, no need to do anything else. Probably go with the forest next. Yeah, we'll go Mindstone. Just keep loading the board up. Judith is probably coming down this turn. There we go. Having a debate here what to do with this. I think I'm gonna Harrow first. We'll get one of each. And then I'm gonna do I'm gonna do this actually. I thought about doing the Tenacious Pup into the pack song, but with Judith on the board and a Shambling Gas, that's kind of a stupid play, because then they can just kill the pack song pup. At least this way he's got to work for it. Can I have a burn down the house, please? Oh wait, he can ping it to death doing that. Never mind. What's the hang up? No, not that. Nothing there. He's got something in his hand that's holding up priority. Or did I disconnect? He's just got some kind of instant speed interaction. Alright, let's do Ranger class. Let's do Tenacious Pup. And we'll do Tovolar. And no attacks. Ow. I'm gonna block here just to save myself a couple of damage. I mean, if he's got like a burn spell that he can kill Tovolar with, well, whatever. It's nighttime. This could be good. So let's see here what to do with this slob. Because he can only block, let's see, 7, 10, 14, 20. But I gotta be careful with that. Let's just send Tovolar. Oh, I forgot they have vigilance. Shoot. That was dumb of me. Read the cards, dumbass. Alright, at this point, I have to start blocking some stuff. So here, 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 and here. Because it's not worth taking all that extra damage. He can't target any of my stuff anyways. He's gotta throw it all at my face. Okay. Gotcha. I still have 20 plus damage on the board. Okay. Buying that back's not going to get you anywhere. And they're back to being this stuff. Yeah. Let's just level up and swing. Bye. Because, yeah, that would have been an additional two counters per werewolf and wolf on the board. So, yeah, it would have been 26, 27 damage coming through. And he can only block 3 of it. Alright, welcome to the after game here. I had a lot of fun playing the deck. You know, when it went off, it really went off. But sometimes it just really got screwed. I mean, it just depends on what you're going up against. If you're going up against Judith the Unifiers and Sheoldreds and stuff like that all day long, I would say pack it in and just move on to another game, because you're not going to have a lot of fun, because you're just going to be spitting out werewolves and more fair creatures against those decks, and they're just going to steamroll you. But that said, I would change the deck up a little bit. I mean, I was playing with themes here, so you can kind of get a little tighter on the deck and get a little more good stuff in there if you want to. As I said in the intro, I screwed up and left Command Tower out of the mana base, and I could actually add some other stuff into the mana base as well. So I would say if you want to play werewolves, you have options, but they're very, very limited because there's only so many cards with the werewolf subtype, and there's really only one commander. You could play Arlen the Pax Hope as the commander since this is Brawl, but I don't recommend using Planeswalkers as commanders because they die in combat way too easily. I would stick with Tovolar. Plus, he's just really good. That said, I hope you liked what you saw today. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good fun YouTube stuff. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.